A nostalgic flashback takes us to Jesse and Jane's trip to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, where they stand before her iconic painting, My Last Door. The two lovers ponder its meaning, their interpretations colliding and intertwining, until Jane concludes that O'Keeffe was simply trying to hold on to a good feeling, to make it last forever. Back in the present, Hank's physical therapy sessions have begun, but his progress is immediately hampered by the agonizing pain. He pushes himself for a few seconds before collapsing in frustration and agony, declaring that he can't endure it. The first of Hank's hospital bills arrives, jolting Skyler into action. She's not just watching from the sidelines anymore, she's ready to take control of Walt's finances. Marie warns her that they are now going to be getting these massive bills on a weekly basis. Walt tries to offer up his drug money to cover the expenses, but Skyler insists that the funds must be unimpeachable. She's deeply concerned that the money be laundered properly, with no possibility of being traced back to Walt's illegal activities, especially as that could get Marie in serious trouble. She doesn't want to live in fear of someone coming after them or their family. Walt introduces Skyler to Saul, his colorful lawyer, who explains their plan to legitimize the money, framing it as winnings from gambling. The plan is to then funnel those fake winnings into a business with a steady cash flow. Skyler finds Saul's proposed investment, a laser tag arena, utterly ridiculous, and instead suggests that Walt should buy a car wash, since he has prior experience from years ago.
Saul vehemently objects. The laser tag owner wouldn't ask any questions. But Bogdan, the car wash owner, is an unpredictable wild card.
Skyler, however, is unyielding. She offers to personally manage the car wash and handle the money laundering herself. Walt, concerned that she'll be implicated in his crimes, expresses his worry, but she reveals she never signed the divorce papers, and that by law, a wife cannot testify against her husband. Skyler takes charge and decides she will manage the car wash herself. Meanwhile, Jesse is trying to grow his side business of selling the meth he's been skimming from the lab. Fed up with Badger and Skinny Pete's ineptitude in the sales department, Jesse brings them to his NA meetings, hoping to scout for new customers. He's losing money, while they are bumbling around. During the NA meetings, Jesse tries to seduce Andrea, a new member, into buying meth. But when he finds out that she has a young son, he's immediately stricken with guilt. He abandons his plans to sell to her, and instead finds himself drawn to her. He begins sleeping with her, and quickly falls in love. Andrea's son, Brock, is only 6 years old, and she also has a younger brother, Tomas, who's just 11. Andrea is determined to protect Brock from the same grim path that has led Tomas down a dangerous road. Tomas has been forced to be initiated into a local drug gang and shot a rival dealer. Jesse realizes with horror that Tomas is the same young boy who was used by the crosstown rivals to kill Combo, one of his closest friends. Gus invites Walt to his home for a private dinner, sharing personal anecdotes about his past mistakes in the drug business. Gus confesses his deep regret at not having had a mentor, and cautions Walt never to make the same mistake twice. While Walt seems oblivious to the underlying message, it later becomes apparent that Gus is referring to the complexities of Walt's relationship with Jesse. The next day, Jesse revisits the street corner where Combo was killed. He finds Tomas there and confirms the sickening truth. Tomas works for the same drug gang who are in turn peddling the blue meth that he and Walt are making, all under Gus's watch. Enraged, Jesse walks away, knowing that he has to do something. Back at the hospital, Marie is delighted at the prospect of Hank returning home. However, Hank's mood is somber. He's struggling with his physical therapy, his self-esteem is at an all-time low, and he's wrestling with the reality of his new physical limitations. He is angry and despondent.